Hi everyone, I'm Jack Rankin, I'm your Students' Union President, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to tonight's election results evening. It's been an amazing week. We've seen 18 candidates across 3 roles out there canvassing for your votes and making sure your student experience can be the best it possibly can be. There's some amazing manifesto points. I want to wish all the candidates the best of luck this evening, and let's get on with the show.
Hello and welcome to Chester Students' Union's results night for our spring elections 2022. Your union runs elections every spring to ensure that the people leading change reflect your student voice and academic interests. The elections are for President, Vice President for Education and Vice President Student Life. Whether you're with us in the room or watching us online, we hope that you're having a great evening and look forward to finding out who your new officer team will be from July. Any results that are announced this evening are entirely provisional, pending approval from our returning officer. RON, who comes up in all elections, is an acronym for Reopen Nominations, the equivalent of spoiling a ballot, which usually means that a student didn't want to vote for anyone standing. You will hear me talk about quotas. This is a democratic term which means the minimum number of voters needed to validly elect someone. We ensure quotas are reached by using a proportional representation voting system. Our voting system is single transferable voting, which means that a student's vote can be transferred to a second or further competing candidate according to the voter's stated order of preference, if the first choice candidate is eliminated during a succession of counts. You can find out more about this voting system by visiting chestersu.com. For those of you that have taken part in elections before, you may notice that the roles and structure of Chester Students' Union has changed. Times are changing, student demographics are evolving, and we wanted our democratic structures to represent the true diversity of University of Chester students. When we spoke to students, it was felt that our officer team structure and processes weren't reflective, and therefore we couldn't effectively represent all University of Chester students. We have 3 more rounded roles: the President, who will look after union development, the VP Education, who will look after your academic interests, and the VP Student Life, who will look after welfare and social opportunities. The officer team will be supported by student insight advocates who will spend their time listening to and passing on your views, and a student voice committee who will seek to reflect the demographics of the student population at all sites, checking in regularly with students and the officer team to ensure the student voice is heard. It is important for us to ensure that achievable workloads and mental health are at the forefront of our elected officer team, and we feel strongly that we should be paying students with lived experiences of minority for their time. What an election period it has been. We've had a huge 18 candidates running for 3 full-time roles and an exciting and intense week of campaigning and voting. Running against so many people can be a daunting prospect, so very well done to all of our candidates. We've had a great voter turnout, with 5,209 votes cast by 2,074 students. The reason for these elections is to have a student in place who represents and speaks on behalf of you, the students. So thank you for taking part in this exciting democratic process. We've given out donuts and nearly 500 bags of Skittles to encourage people to vote. We've had therapy dogs visiting, and the team at CSU has enjoyed seeing so many of you, talking about your passions and bringing the community vibe back to our campuses. Our top society turnout was the Drama Society, closely followed by the International Society, so congratulations to those two. So the time has arrived to announce the results. We will announce the results for VP Education, followed by VP Student Life, and finishing up with President. Wishing the best of luck to all our candidates. Well done to every single candidate that stood in the elections this year. Whether you've been elected or not, you can reflect on the work you've put in over the past week and champion the successes and experiences you've had. Once again, congratulations from all at Chester Students' Union, and we look forward to seeing you all very soon.
And now for your Vice President Education results. There were 4 candidates plus reopen nominations in this election, and I'll talk you through the stages of the election and of course our eventual winner. So, in the Vice President Education, we had Stage 1, which had 1,570 votes. So a candidate in round 1 would need to achieve 50% of those votes plus 1, which is 786 votes. So, our candidates in round 1. Eldo Bailey had 259 votes. LOIS GARNETT had 557 votes. Michael Alani Pekin had 438 votes, and Mohammed Osama had 249 votes. We also have reopened nominations, which is the opportunity for someone to opt to reopen the election, and we know that term as Ron for short. And in stage 1, Ron had 67 votes. So at this point, none of our candidates have won the election. None of them have met the 786 quota that we need to win. So at this point we say goodbye to reopen nominations, and we move on to our stage 2. So having said goodbye to reopen nominations, we had 67 votes for Ron. 60 of those votes don't go anywhere else. They've gone. 7 of those votes have transferred, which is where someone has, after voting for Ron, put one of the other candidates after Ron in the election. So now in stage 2, we've got 1,510 votes left, which for those who are good at maths, they already know that 50% plus 1 of that number is 756. For the rest of us, we use a calculator. So we've got the 4 candidates left at this point. Eldo Baby doesn't get any of those votes redistributed, unfortunately, to them, so they're still on 259. LOIS Garnett gets 2 of those votes, so he's now on 559. Michael Alani Pekin gets 1 of those votes and is now on 439. And Mohammed Osama gets 4 of those votes and is now on 249. So at this point, still no one has hit the 756 votes. So at this point, Mohammed Osama, with the lowest number of votes still within the race, is eliminated. And off the votes that were given to Mohammed, 165 of those votes don't go anywhere else, and 88 of those votes are then transferred over to other candidates. So we're in stage 3 now. The total number of votes that we need is that have been cast, is 1,345, which 50% plus 1 of that is 673.5 votes. So Eldo Baby gets 18 of those votes and is on 277 votes in total. LOIS Garnett gets 53 of those votes and rises to 612 votes. And Michael Alani Pekin gets 17 of those votes and increases to 456. At this point, no one has hit the quota of 673.5, so we say goodbye at this point to Eldo Baby. Eldo has 224 votes that are not going to go to anyone else at this point, but has 53 votes that are transferred. So, stage 4, we've got 1,121 votes at this point, and quota to win at this point you need more than 561.5 votes. So we've got LOIS Garnett, who gets 25 votes redistributed to them and is now on 637 votes. We've got Michael Alani Pekin, who gets 28 votes redistributed to them and is on 484. And that means we have a new Vice President Education for the 22-23 year. Congratulations to LOIS Garnett, who is elected. So our next result is for the Vice President Student Life, which is a new role for CSU as a result of our democracy review that comes into effect for the next academic year. The Student Life Vice President will be looking after well-being, welfare, sustainability and social opportunities across all of the sites on behalf of students. In this election, we've got 6 candidates plus reopened nominations, and in stage 1, and there are a few stages to this election, there were 1,731 votes cast, which meant to win at this point you would need 866 votes. So, in round 1, Alias James had 357 votes, Gabriel Olimeni had 420, Gabriella Edwards had 133, Jordanne FARLEY-MOSS had 482, Saoirse Monaghan had 286, and Tamina Khan had 36, and Ron, or reopened nominations, had 17. So at this point, there were 3 candidates who were eliminated: Ron, Gabriella Edwards and Tamina Khan. Of their votes, 114 of these votes were non-transferable, so don't go to anyone else, and 62 of these votes were then given to other candidates. So, in stage 2, we've got 4 candidates left at this point, and 1,617 votes in total, so 809 to win. So Alice James moves up to 369, having gained 12 votes. Gabrielle Olimeni gained 8 votes, going up to 428. Sasha Monaghan gained 22 votes, going up to 308. And Jordanne FARLEY-MOSS gained 30 votes, going up to 512. At that point, no one's at the quota, so we now say goodbye to Sasha Monaghan, and 191 of their votes are not transferable, but 117 of their votes are redistributed. So we go into our next stage. We've got 3 candidates left. We've got 1,426 total votes still to play for, and the winning candidate will need 714 of those votes at this point to win the post. So all candidates have some votes redistributed. Alice James gets 13 more votes, going up to 382. Gabrielle Olimeni gets 17 of those votes and goes up to 445. And Jordanne FARLEY-MOSS gets 87 of those votes and goes up to 599. At this point, no candidate has got to the quota, so Alice James is eliminated. 311 of the votes cast for Alice are non-transferable, so don't go to anyone, and 71 of those votes are redistributed. So we've now got 2 candidates left, Gabrielle and Jordanne. We've got a total vote number of 1,115, and the winning candidate will need to have 558 votes or more to win. So Gabrielle Olimeni has 475 votes, having gained another 30. Jordanne FARLEY-MOSS has 640, gaining another 41. Therefore, congratulations to Jordanne FARLEY-MOSS, who is re-elected in the Student Union as VP Student Life for the 22-23 year. Our final result today is for the role of President, where the new post holder will be taking over from Jack Rankin, who has been an officer with the Union for 2 years. The role of President is to be the spokesperson with the university, the media and NUS, as well as ensure that students from across sites across the university are actively engaged with. So for the role of President, we have 8 candidates plus reopened nominations. This one goes to several stages. There will be the results to see online as well, so if you don't keep up with each of the stages as I talk through, there will be the opportunity to see them on our website too very shortly. So, stage 1, we have a total of 1,907 votes, and the quota is 954.5. In round 1, Alex Salter has 64 votes. Bright Light Omaluman has 213. Cam Brown has 359. Ekameni Essen has 468. Lauren Friel has 381. Ravatesha Konda-Reddy has 39. Rizwana Fatima has 316. Zain Ali has 42. And Ron has 25. At this point, Ron is eliminated. And of Ron's 25 votes, 22 of those votes don't go any further. 3 of those votes are redistributed. 1 of those votes goes to Cam Brown, who rises up to 360. And 2 of those votes go to Lauren Friel, who goes up to 383. At this point, the quota is 943.5, so no candidate is at the point where they can be elected. So, at this point, Ravatesha Konda-Reddy is eliminated, we have 21 votes that are not transferable and 18 votes are redistributed. So we're now at stage 3. And in stage 3, we have 1,864 votes that are still in the mix. And the winning candidate would need at this point 933 votes. So Alex Salter has 64. Bright Light Omalumen has 214, having gained 1 from the previous elimination. Cam Brown increases by 1 vote up to 361. Ekamini Essen increases also by 1 vote up to 469. Lauren Friel gains 5 votes and increases up to 388 votes. Rizwana Fatima gains 9 votes and goes up to 325. And Zain Ali gains 1 vote and goes up to 43. Now at this point, no one has hit the quota, so several candidates are eliminated because mathematically there is no way now of them being able to win this election. So Alex Salter is eliminated. Bright Light Omalumen is eliminated and Zain Ali is eliminated. 222 votes from those 3 candidates don't go to any other candidate and 99 of their votes are redistributed. So at this point we've got 4 candidates left: Cam Brown, Ekamini Essen, Lauren Friel and Rizwana Fatima. We've got 1,642 votes still valid in this election, and to win at this point you need 822. So Cam Brown gains 17 votes and moves up to 378 votes. Ekamini Essen gains 30 votes and moves up to 499 votes. Lauren Friel gains 21 votes and moves up to 409 votes. And Rizwana Fatima gains 31 votes and moves up to 356. At this point, no candidate has achieved the quota to win the election. So Rizwana, unfortunately with the lowest number of votes, is now eliminated. 276 of Rizwana's votes are not transferable. 80 of those votes are, so they're redistributed to other candidates in line with individual voters and how they have voted in the election. So we've got 3 candidates left at this point: Cam, Ekamini and Lauren. We've got 1,366 votes that are still valid, and to win you need 684 votes. So Cam Brown gains 12 votes and is on 390. Ekamini Essen gains 26 votes and is now on 525. Lauren Friel gains 42 votes and is now on 451. So no candidate at this point has got 684 votes. So the candidate with the lowest number of votes at this point is eliminated, which is Cam Brown. So Cam Brown's votes, 234, are not transferable, so do not go to anyone else. 156 of those votes, though, are redistributed. So we've got 2 candidates left. It is the final round for president now. We've got 1,132 valid votes, and a candidate to win will need 567 votes. So let's look at where the redistributions came to. Ekamini Essen gained 39 more votes as a result of redistribution, so is on 564. Lauren Friel gained 117 votes and is on 568 votes, and therefore the winner of the CSU president election for the 22-23 year is Lauren Friel. So congratulations to Lauren, who is the new CSU president for next academic